Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Ankerstar Wealth Morning Show. I'm your host, Allison Ankerstar, and today we'll be talking about the September to Forget IBonds for kids in Walmart stock. But before we begin, as a reminder, this is a financial education presentation and should not be construed as personal financial advice. Full disclaimer information is available at ankerstarwealth.com. Good morning, Steve. The stock market dropped almost 9% in September. What do you expect for the fourth quarter of 2022?
Well, good morning, Allison. Thanks for that intro. And, welcome to October, right? Fourth quarter. Here we go. The September to Forget is kind of a play on words from, September to remember. But yeah, this was crazy, right? September alone dropped almost 9% in the market. It was a little worse than the NASDAQ. So I'll bring that chart up. When we look at the 1-year chart, which is what defaulted here, you can see this big sell-off in the past month has been pretty brutal. There have been sell-offs that steep during this year, but it's kind of like this one especially hurt because it not only was so steep, but it also took us to new lows. So for the year, for 2022. So, we joked about 2020 being bad and then 2021 saying, hold my beer. And now we have 2022 with inflation and the Fed rate hikes causing us driving the markets to new lows for the year. So really what is in store for quarter four, you can't really do anything about where we are, but you can do anything about how you position your portfolio in the future. If you are if the bear market strategy we put back in January is to thin things out, which we have, you're going to hold best and breathe through, then you just have to hold on, grit your teeth, and go back to it. For 401ks, for savings plans, same thing. You can either just sit there and eat the losses, knowing it's going to come back someday, or you can position. I'm more of a reposition kind of guy, especially with an asset allocation thing like a 401k. It's just too easy to do, and it's tax efficient, right? So you can buy it, you can move in and out. If you don't like that, though, just hold through. Just realize the numbers could get a lot uglier. So right now, where are we for the year? Let's scroll down. NASDAQ, year to date, 31%. Could we go further? Yes. I think we could go another 10% plus to the downside from here. So if you are holding, just realize you're holding. Right? You cannot blink in the face of how ugly it's going to get. You can't change your mind later on. And a lot of you have been through 2000, 2008, know this drill. Even 2018 in December, we went through a similar thing, 20% in a month. So, if you're in the grin and bear it crowd, just realize it could get a little bit uglier before it goes higher. There's really no catalyst. You're saying, well, when you look at this chart, it's like we're right at new lows. There's really no catalyst for the stock market to go higher. Ukraine, Russia, there was a lot of rhetoric over the past couple of days. He claimed some territories, which is how 2014 wrapped up. And then immediately, Biden said not 1 inch. Okay, so we can't have that resolution of giving up a little bit of ground. So that's not going to happen, which means it'll take longer. And then, Ukraine made them, at least claim to make a minor victory in one of those cities that was in question. So who knows? Maybe this thing wraps up, hopefully this year, and that at least goes away would be nice. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. I don't think it's moving the market, though. I get asked quite a bit. That's why I bring it up. What is going to move the market is what is the the Federal Reserve's plan for rate hikes? Are they going to continue at either a 75 or 50 basis point, or are they going to pause? There's a lot of calls out there right now to pause and let the market recover a little bit. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to plow right through, continue to tackle inflation, which in a way is a good thing because that way it'll take rates and will overshoot to the upside. And then they'll have to come back down versus just pausing now and then maybe not raising them again. So there will be short-term pain for sure if they continue on their rate hike plan. But I think that might help solve the problem and make it a little more clear on into 2023. So to kind of summarize there, Allison, I would say don't have any real expectation of a bounce or even a recovery during quarter four of 22. There's just way too many problems that are being worked through by the market.
Next, IBonds are the best deal out there right now, paying over 9%. Can you buy IBonds for your kids?
Yeah, well, the answer is yes, and this is Sound Dollar. I'm not promoting them or anything, but I read through it all. I trust what they're saying, so we can use it as a source here. First of all, I have to say thank you to a particular client, but all clients. To be honest, I'm very fortunate and blessed that I have a bunch of Type A clients that ask me tough questions, and I learn, all kinds of stuff from them as well. Because they ask me questions, and I have to say and I have a couple new advisors that are going through, spinning up, right, and some training, and was privileged to have one with me last week. And saying I don't know is probably the most important thing as an advisor. You're human. You can't know everything. I know a lot. I mean, but I don't know everything. And it's when I had a client ask, it's like, hey, can we buy IBonds for kids? And I'm like, well, that's a good question. So the answer is yes. So let's take the question from, can I buy IBonds for other people? Well, let's just go all the way back. Okay, IBonds, inflation protected bonds for the government. You can only put up to 10,000 a year into these bonds. There are some asterisks there, and if you want to go advanced, then you have to look it up yourself. There's you can go 15,000 if you get your tax refund in IBonds. If you own a business, you can also put IBonds in your business up to 10,000, that sort of thing. But really your basic, say a couple, person A and person B can both put 10,000 in per year. And these things are paying north of 9% right now. So that's the best. You have to keep the downside, you keep your money in there for a year, right? So don't do it if you don't have the ability to keep it for a year. But if you can, it's a great place to park money. You're not going to make any more money anywhere else, right? So do it for yourself first, and then can you do it for other people, like say adult children? Yes, you can. It's a gift. It's not gonna, the annual gift tax exclusion is 16,000 in 2022, so it's below the gift tax exclusion. So you can do it for your kids by gifting them the money, and then they go online and put the money into an IBond. As far as kids below 18, I mean, if your kids are above 18, like Allison, you can do it directly. If they're below 18, you can. So this article is pretty good. Just Google, can I buy IBonds? You have to do it at the Treasury Direct, treasury.org website, treasurydirect.org, if you will. To buy in your kid's name, though, of course, you need their full name and social security, and you have to create an account. The issue with the kid, it's going to probably hang up. If they've never filed taxes, it's going to hang up for a verification. So expect this to be like a couple weeks process. It's not just going to happen instantly. So if you're going to do it for this year, start now and work through this, but it'll flag because they've never gone through like the Patriot Act sort of verification of who they are. So expect it to take a little bit, but then you can go through and buy the bond, and it says you can gift to the recipient by going to your gift box and entering their account number. So yes is the ultimate question. I have not done it for Allison or our other daughter yet, but I'm going to get on that. So again, thanks again for the question. A resounding yes, and a great place to park some money if you have extra chunks of $10,000 hanging out.
Last, is Walmart stock a buy, sell, or hold in an inflationary environment heading to a recession?
Well, that's the thing, is what's out there that can possibly go up when everything else is going down. And if there's all kinds of analyst calls this morning, and pretty much everybody, downgrading across the board. Tesla, Elon Musk came out talking about it, the Gigafactory being a giant money furnace. I mean, that's not good. Apple's been hit hard the past couple of days. Box actually received an upgrade saying, okay, online file storage. I actually use Box myself, so not, I get one data point, so it works great. Roblox, that's a favorite for Metaverse. If you believe the Metaverse is going to happen, I do, but I'm clear of Roblox Unity. I've got some Facebook in the book. But yeah, they called Roblox down to $14. It's like, oh, wow. So we'll see. But of all of this, Walmart is probably the most interesting play. And I will immediately say you could just put Costco in here too, of where do people flock when they start tightening their belts, if you will. So let's go to a 1-year stock. or 1-year chart. So, discount retailers tend to do pretty well when you have when people need to tighten their belts. And if you're not tightening already, you should probably consider that. Even if you're upper middle class and cash flow is not really an issue, just in case things get bad, I would start kind of cutting back on some expenses, maybe not quite live your normal rock star lifestyle right now in kind of anticipation. And when people do that, they flock to Walmart versus Target, right? You're going to get things a little bit cheaper there. Same with Costco. If you have a subscription, you go there, you're starting to do a little more conscientious shopping, if you will, versus just the whatever, I'm living my life kind of thing. Do I expect this to be an immediate bump in Walmart stock? No, but I do expect that Walmart stock would probably hold up pretty well. And if we go into a hard landing recession for the next 6 months, it's down here. It's not super cheap, but it is kind of cheap. It hasn't really truly been affected year to date. You had the big drop, right here, but overall, if you really back it up for a full year, it's only down a little bit. So, it would be a place to park money if you have to stay invested. But as you know, I'm also okay with holding some cash right now. So if you like Walmart or Costco and you want to buy some stock, I think you're okay. Otherwise, just be patient. You might get a better entry later on.
Thank you everyone for your questions. Please submit your questions as a comment through social media or directly to our email at vipservices@ankerstarwealth.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get daily updates. That's all we have for today's show. I'm Allison Ankerstar, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.